we have discussed pair of angles. Now we will discuss pair of lines. We are not talking about lines, it is rather we are talking about pair of lines. Two main type of pair of lines are parallel lines and intersecting lines. Okay. Now if you look at this line, what can you say? What can you see? That lines, they will never meet. How far you go or you may extend this line, they will never meet and they will maintain same distance. They will maintain same distance throughout. Okay. So these type of lines are called parallel lines. Okay. I have drawn 3 lines. There can be 4, 5, many parallel lines together. Okay. So parallel lines are lines which do not meet and maintain the same distance between them. Now come to this. You might say that I have written y here, but no. Here this is 2 lines, they are meeting with each other. That means this point with this line, this point is a common point. Okay. So these type of lines that are having common points where they meet, these type of lines are called intersecting lines. That means intersecting lines having common point. Now this common point, say it is O, is their point of intersection. Okay. So this is parallel line, this is intersecting line. You might have seen a road crossing 2 or more roads. Say this is a road and these are the 2 roads that are crossing. Okay. So, or you can see like this. Now, so this is line A and this is line A and this is line P. What can you see here? That these are 2 lines. They are not parallel lines. Okay, they are 2 lines and this line P is crossing these 2 lines. Okay, at 2 different points. Okay, so this type line P is called a transversal line. So transversal is a line that intersects 2 or more lines at distinct points is called a transversal. That means a line when intersects 2 or more lines at different points, that line is called transversal. Okay. Now that word transversal, that word has come from transverse. This transversal word has come from transverse, which means cutting off lines. That means this line is cutting these 2 lines. So that word, the transverse, means cutting off lines, and from that it has got this name. Okay. So line P is transversal. Okay. Now look at this example. This line L and M, okay, and this line P. Can you say this P is a transversal or not? P is not a transversal here, because if you remember the definition of transversal, they should meet at different point. But in this case, all this line, they are meeting at a particular point, a single point, not different points. So this line P is not a transversal. Okay, you remember that line, the transversal should meet lines at different point. Here, as they are meeting in same point, so that line P is not a transversal of this line L and M. Let's look at this transversal. So line L and M are there and P is a transversal. Okay. When this line P cut this line L and M, they form different some angles. Okay. Now name this. This is angle 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now if you look at this, this is that inside part of this two line. This is inside part of this line. Okay, and this is outside and this is also outside of that line. That means this portion is interior and that portion is exterior or out. The transversal P has made 8 angles. Okay. Now this angle, this angles that are inside, they are called interior angles. So which all angles are interior? This angle 3, 4, 5, 6. Angle 3, angle 4, 5, 6. They are interior angles. And which all are exterior angles? That are outside. That means angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8, they are exterior angles. Next is pair of corresponding angles. Corresponding angles means these are those angles located at the corresponding position of two lines. Corresponding position means same position. Okay. Now if you look at this angle, angle 6. Okay. Angle 6, that the position of angle 6 is towards the right hand side of this transverse. It is in the right hand side of this transversal. Okay. So when it cuts this transversal, is any angle same here or corresponding to this angle? Yes. This is angle 2. So angle 2 and angle 6, they are corresponding angles. Okay. Next, if you talk about, if we see this angle, angle 7, it is corresponding to angle 3. So angle 3 and angle 7, they are corresponding. Okay. Next, if you look at this left hand side of this transversal, say this is angle 1 and angle 5, they are corresponding angles. And this angle 4 and angle 8, they are corresponding angles. Okay. Next is pair of alternate interior angle. Okay, so there are 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 interior angle. Alternate means if one is in left hand side, other should be in right hand side or opposite side. So this angle 4 and angle 6, they are interior and opposite on the opposite side of the transversal. So angle 4 and angle 6, and same way this angle 3 and angle 5, they are on the opposite side of transversal. So angle 3 and angle 5 also, they are alternate interior angle. Next is pair of alternate exterior angle. Okay, so this exterior angle is 1, 2, 7, 8. So this angle 1, it is left hand side of this transversal. So that alternate should be to the right hand side of this transversal. So angle 1 and angle 7. Angle 1 and angle 7. And another is angle 2 and angle 8. They are alternate exterior pair. They are pair of alternate exterior angles. Next is pair of interior angles on the same side of the transverse. That was alternate side. Now it is same side. So this 3 and 6 both lie on the right hand side of this transverse. So angle 3 and angle 6. Another pair is there, that is angle 4 and angle 5. Okay, they are the pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal. These are different type of angles formed when a transversal cuts 2 or more lines. Okay, thank you.